Why do governments possess authority? Why do citizens obey rules, and why should individuals accept political obligations at all? Social contract theory attempts to answer these questions through a simple but powerful idea. Political authority is legitimate only when it can be justified through agreement. This presentation explores the architecture of agreement, the philosophical foundations of the social contract theory. At the center of social contract theory lies a fundamental problem. Human beings are naturally free, yet political societies require rules, institutions, and authority. The challenge is therefore clear. How can freedom and authority coexist? The social contract tradition seeks to solve this tension by imagining the conditions under which rational individuals would agree to political order. Most contract theories begin with a thought experiment known as the state of nature. This is a hypothetical world without governments, laws, or political institutions. The state of nature is not history, it's a philosophical tool designed to reveal why political authority might be necessary in the first place. From the starting point, different philosophers arrive at very different conclusions. Thomas Hobbes. Hobbes presents the most pessimistic vision. Without a powerful government, individuals start to compete for security, resources, and survival. The result is instability, fear, and conflict. To escape this condition, individuals surrender significant freedom to sovereign authority. For Hobbes, security requires power, and political order depends upon strong, centralized rule. John Locke. Locke offers a more optimistic account. Human beings possess natural rights even before government exists. These rights include life, liberty, and property. Government is therefore not created to dominate citizens. Its purpose is to protect rights that already belong to them. Political authority remains legitimate only as long as it serves these functions. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Rousseau shifts attention toward collective self-government. He argues that true freedom is not simply the absence of authority. It's not simply the absence of authority. Freedom emerges when citizens participate in creating the laws they obey. This idea becomes known as the general will. Political legitimacy arises not from submission but from collective participation in shaping the common good. Comparing the classical models. Although Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau disagree profoundly, they share a common objective. Each attempts to explain political authority through rational agreement rather than divine command or inherited power. Their differences concern three questions. What is human nature? Why do people create governments? And what makes authority legitimate? These questions remain central to political philosophy today. Over time, social contract theory evolved beyond its classical foundations. The focus gradually shifted away from political survival and toward justice, equality, and democratic legitimacy. Modern contract theorists became less interested in why governments exist and more interested in how institutions should be designed. In the 20th century, John Rawls reconstructed the social contract tradition. Rawls argued that political principles should be chosen under conditions of fairness. Rather than asking what governments need, he asked what rules would rational people choose if they did not know their future position in society? To answer this question, Rawls introduces the veil of ignorance. Behind this veil, individuals do not know their wealth, status, talents, ethnicity, or social position. Because nobody knows where they will end up, people are encouraged to design institutions fairly. The veil transforms self interest into impartial reasoning. Rawls concludes that rational individuals would choose two principles of justice. First, equal basic liberties for all citizens. Second, social and economic inequalities are acceptable only if they benefit the least advantaged members of society. Justice therefore becomes the primary objective of political design. Rawls intended his theory to guide real institutions. Questions about healthcare, education, taxation, welfare, and opportunity can all be evaluated through the lens of fairness. The social contract becomes more than a philosophical idea, it becomes a framework for designing political systems. The contractarian framework possesses several important strengths. It explains political legitimacy through consent rather than force. It provides a rational foundation for democratic institutions, and it offers a powerful language for discussing rights, justice, and equality. For these reasons, social contract theory continues to influence contemporary political thought. Despite its influence, social contract theory faces criticism. No actual contract was ever signed. Many societies contain deep inequalities that undermine genuine consent. Others argue that the framework overlooks history, culture, and power relations. These criticisms reveal the limits of purely hypothetical agreement. The architecture of agreement remains one of the most influential constructions in political philosophy. From Hobbes' search for security to Rawls's pursuit of justice, social contract theory asks a profound question. What principles would free and irrational individuals choose to govern themselves? The answer continues to shape debates about democratic relations, rights, equality, and the future of political society.